And so, I don't know if you've read any Jerry Spinelli books. If you haven't read Loser, you should.
Okay.
All of you should. And so what I did was I put together a book club unit with his books, had the kids read and discuss the issues, which, you know, I think are pertinent to the movie. I attempted to get some support from my administrator and other teachers in the school. I saw what must have been an advanced screening of the film at the Oriental last year. And so I asked if we could show it, and met with a tepid response at best. So, and I'm putting you on the spot here. I'm wondering if I give you my principal's contact information for email, if you'd be willing to email her and encourage her.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Mm-hmm. I'm leaving here and running to 50,000 places, and I have 1,400 unanswered emails in my inbox. I won't do that, but I'll tell you that if you rally some support amongst your fellow educators, that the funding is still there.
Good.
You just have to go to thebullyproject.com and click on, you know, where was it? You know, that million kids. You'll see that number, that 207.
Got it.
Just click on that whole process to sign up, and then there's now, you know, you can tell them that surveyed over, you know, 8,000 educators have participated. 98% of them would recommend doing this. 88% agree creates a safe environment. You have the numbers to go behind. There's a lot of support now. Back then there wasn't. Right? There was a rating controversy. The movie was considered controversial. So it's different now. And it's also in the theater. So, you know, you could also, if you don't want to go through all this stuff, just go Maverick and take your kids and But you're 5th and 6th graders, right?
Yeah.
5th graders are too young.
For the movie?
For this movie. It's middle school. So, you know, 6, 7, 8 and up.
Well, you can't possibly think that doesn't happen in 5th and 6th grade.
I can possibly think that. I don't think that. But the movie is too
much.
It's too much. Yeah, and that's like from Common Sense Media and like a lot of other partners have collectively come to that consensus, and they know much more than I do. Yeah. Yes.
How did you get the footage of the kids bullying? Was it hidden cameras? Did you have a camera crew there?
It wasn't hidden camera. It was me filming, and you know, this was the culture of the building. Is that they felt like it was okay to bully Alex, and they'd been doing it for a long time without real consequence. Plus, you know, like after 2 weeks of us, you know, me or my producer and I being in East Middle School, like they did not care about us at all. Like they forgot about us so quick. It was like the normal life and drama of middle school was so much more interesting and better than a small camera. And we also, you know, we went to great lengths to not let other kids know that Alex was the subject and the character that we were following. So we had like decoy kids. And, you know, we just tried to not make it, like, obvious that that's what was going on. And they just didn't pay much attention. Yes?
Do you have any recommendations, or any examples from the documentary of what to do when you work with kids who are bullying, who maybe the aggressor instead of just the victim?
I do. I'm not an expert on it, but we have some stuff on our website. What I would look into is restorative justice, which is being deployed more and more in schools across the country, and I think with great effect. And there's lots of great resources to that end. I think you have to come from a place of love and understanding, and you know, like what's going on in their life. And you know, it could also be that broader question of the culture of the building. So, you know, sometimes it can just be taking responsibility. This is maybe not said by a lot of people, but taking responsibility with them for the fact that bullying is an acceptable form of social climbing in the environment that they're in, and that the adults share that responsibility with them. I think like we fail to recognize what kids perceive and get and don't get through what we do or say or don't I'll maybe give one more example about school climate, which is, some people say it's hard to see. Like, I don't really see bullying in my school. I can't tell if there's good school climate or bad school climate. Our grades are pretty good. We have a lot of sports victories and, new basketball court. Things are good here. Some people really, they really can't get it. They cannot see it. Like, they don't see it. They look around and think everything's rosy and peachy. And others can look in and say, I see this student completely on their own, totally left out. I see this one over here being like shoved by 8 kids in a row. But it's because they're looking for it, right? That's one way. Another way is like the way we messed it. So while bullying was going on with little to no consequence at East Middle School, thus, to your question, kids felt like they could beat up a 7th grader who has Asperger's and not really even question that behavior over and over and over again. That seemed to be okay. That was the norm. It was the normative acceptable behavior. Same token, you had an incident where $15 was stolen from a teacher one day. And it was a 5-alarm fire in the building. It was like absolute, clear message was sent. Police cars came to campus, sirens on, lights on. Principal running up and down the hall, kids pulled out of class, lined up, interrogated. The message was very clear. In East Middle School, we don't steal. Right? But Alex, little Alex, whatever. So we message in ways that we don't necessarily even realize it's like editing. It's like what we prioritize and we don't prioritize is easily read and processed by your students. So I think, did she want to comment?
So, are you selling your movie? And how much would it be to purchase it? If I wanted to get it.
Thank you. Well, go see it at the theater.
Yeah, I love theater.
And I hope someone will come with you and help sign it. It's not closed captioned, I'm sorry about that. But it will be. And it will be out on DVD in January for sale. All right. Sorry. Well, thank you guys. Very, very, very much. It's been great. You want to
Thank you all for coming out tonight. My name is Claudia Guzman. I'm the program manager for sociocultural programming here at the UWM Union.